What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is fear? Not lack of talent, not lack of opportunity, not lack of intelligence, just fear. Fear is quiet but powerful. It doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. It says, "Wait a little longer. You are not ready. What if you fail?" And before you know it, days turn into months, and months turn into years of hesitation. Fear has a way of making comfort feel safer than growth. It convinces you that staying where you are is better than risking embarrassment, rejection, or disappointment. But here's the truth. Fear will visit everyone, but it does not have to control you. Feeling fear is human. Letting it conquer you is a choice. Think about how many opportunities fear has already tried to steal from you. The job you didn't apply for because you thought you weren't qualified enough. The idea you didn't share because you were afraid people would judge you. The conversation you avoided because you feared conflict. The dream you quietly placed on a shelf because it felt too big. Fear doesn't need to lock you in a cage, it just needs to plant doubt. And doubt, if left unchecked, becomes paralysis. But here's something powerful to remember. Fear is often a sign that something matters. You don't fear what is meaningless, you fear what has potential. You fear what could change your life. The very thing that scares you might be the very thing that grows you. Every level of growth comes with discomfort. When you try something new, your mind searches for safety. It wants certainty. It wants guarantees. But growth rarely offers guarantees. It offers possibility. And possibility requires courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is action despite fear. It is speaking even when your voice shakes. It is stepping forward even when your hands tremble. It is applying, trying, building, showing up, even when your heart beats fast. Fear often exaggerates consequences. It paints the worst-case scenario in vivid detail. It tells you that failure will be permanent, that embarrassment will be unbearable, that rejection will be devastating. But how many times have you feared something that later turned out to be manageable? How many times have you worried endlessly about an outcome that never happened? Fear thrives on imagination. That same imagination, if redirected, can fuel vision instead of anxiety. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if I succeed?" Instead of imagining humiliation, imagine growth. Instead of picturing disaster, picture progress. Your mind believes what you repeatedly show it. If you constantly replay fear, it grows. If you repeatedly visualize courage, it strengthens. Do not misunderstand this. Overcoming fear does not mean you will suddenly feel brave all the time. It means you decide that your goals are more important than your comfort. It means you accept that fear will walk beside you, but it will not lead you. Some of the most confident people you admire still feel fear. The difference is that they refuse to let it dictate their decisions. They have trained themselves to move anyway. Fear can protect you from real danger, but most of the fear that holds you back is not about survival. It is about perception. It is about how you think others will see you. It is about protecting your ego. But growth requires vulnerability. It requires the willingness to be seen trying, learning, and sometimes failing. If you wait until you feel completely fearless, you may wait forever. Action creates confidence. The more you do the thing you fear, the smaller it becomes. The first step is always the hardest. The first presentation, the first investment, the first conversation, the first leap. But after that first step, you gather evidence. Evidence that you survived. Evidence that you are capable. Evidence that fear did not destroy you. And that evidence weakens fear's control. Imagine looking back years from now. Will you be proud that you played it safe? Or proud that you took the risk? Regret often hurts more than failure. Failure teaches. Regret lingers. When you let fear conquer you, you shrink your world. You limit your experiences. You reduce your possibilities. But when you challenge fear, even in small ways, your world expands. You meet new people. You discover hidden talents. You unlock opportunities you never would have seen from a distance. Fear tells you to stay small. Courage invites you to grow. Every time you choose courage, even if your voice shakes, you strengthen a new identity. You become someone who tries, someone who dares, someone who refuses to let anxiety write their story. That identity compounds over time. Small brave actions turn into bigger brave actions, and suddenly the things that once terrified you become normal. Do not let fear convince you that you are incapable. Fear is a feeling, not a fact. It is a reaction, not a prophecy. Just because you feel afraid does not mean you are unprepared. It does not mean you are unworthy. It does not mean you will fail. It simply means you are stepping outside what is familiar, and outside of what is familiar is where transformation lives. You are stronger than your hesitation. You are bigger than your anxiety. You have already survived challenges you once thought were impossible. The same strength that carried you through those moments is still within you now. Fear may knock on your door, but you decide whether it enters and rearranges your life. You decide whether it sits in the driver's seat or remains a passenger. So the next time fear whispers, listen, but do not obey blindly. Acknowledge it, understand it, then move forward anyway. Take the step, make the call, submit the application, share the idea, start the project, have the conversation, do the thing. Because on the other side of fear is growth. On the other side of fear is confidence. On the other side of fear is the life you keep imagining. Do not let your fear conquer you. Let it challenge you. Let it sharpen you. Let it remind you that you are alive and capable of expansion. Feel the fear, but refuse to surrender to it. Your future deserves bravery. And bravery begins the moment you decide that fear will not have the final word in you.